The Mystara project is proud to present Part 19 of the Black Coast campaign. In this video, the adventurers press on along the dangerous trail in search of the mountain giant's castle, despite Jarl being unsure of where they are. On the 21st of Earth Moon, they spot 6 tall green humanoid figures 120 yards away on the trail. The humanoids spot them and begin to make aggressive primal noises. Saudara successfully identifies them as trolls, and notes they can regenerate. Lemunda shouts for the party to run. Ambil thinks quickly, finds a good place to hide, and ushers the party to follow her. Fortunately, the dim-witted trolls search in the wrong direction, becoming quickly bored before moving on. Whilst the PCs are camped, they are surprised by the appearance of 2 mobile humanoid-shaped rock creatures. They demand payment of 500 GP for passage on the trail through their territory. Brune recognizes them as rockmen and whispers to his companions that they love gems. Rather than risk a fight with these unknown creatures, and perhaps the rest of their tribe, Triac hands over a gem. The rock creatures are impressed and tell the adventurers they have free passage. On the 23rd of Earth Moon, 2 dark shapes glide high above the trail, their shadows long and ominous, but they do not descend. On the 26th of Earth Moon, Jarl leads the party up a rough track. The pine trees are starting to thin out as they gain elevation. They take a narrow trail high into the mountains. After midday, they see a tall black mountain spire up ahead. Jarl tells the party that the mountain top is actually the giant's castle. They head up an even narrower trail, and are eventually confronted with a 14-foot tall iron statue in the middle of the trail. Jarl tells them the statue wasn't there the last time he came this way. Jarl attacks the statue, shouting Ditayutik. His sword starts singing. The statue starts moving toward Jarl, jabbing at him with its fists. The statue crumbles to the ground, allowing Triac to retrieve his war hammer that was stuck in the creature. Jarl rejoices about how he and the brave adventurers slew the enormous evil guardian of the mountain pass. As the party spends the 27th of Earth Moon resting, a large group of little dogmen are surprised when they stumble across the PC's camp. Brune says they are kobolds and he can talk to them. Brune shouts something to the kobolds, and they start conversing in a surprisingly friendly manner. Brune explains they are from the Top Dog tribe looking for a rival tribe of goblins who raided their lair. The kobolds then leave in peace. The PCs set off again on the 28th of Earth Moon. Jarl shows them a narrow trail hidden among the rocks. As they get within 3 miles of the castle by carefully climbing the narrow trail, they are suddenly attacked by a flock of giant hawks flying down from the top of the mountain. The birds swoop and peck all the characters, with only Triac and Jarl left unscathed. 3 peck Brune and he crumples to the ground. Jarl swings at the birds, his sword singing, as he yells mew. The giant hawks fly away, back to the top of the mountain. Triac checks Brune and pronounces that he is with the Earthlord now. The PCs solemnly tend to their wounds. Jarl doesn't seem to understand, thinking Brune might be sleeping. Bagol attempts to heal the party's wounds. He heals Lemunda for 3 hit points. And also Timon for 3 hit points. Unfortunately, his luck ran out when he tried to tend to his own wounds, inflicting 2 hit points of damage. Ambil is healed for 2 hit points. Finally, Bagol doesn't quite get it right, harming Saudara for 2 hit points. Triac casts Cure Light Wounds on Lemunda and Bagol, whilst Timon heals Saudara and Bagol. Meanwhile, Ambil makes a cairn for Brune. The healing has been moderately successful, but it now leaves the back rank vulnerable. The party must now decide if they should camp this close to the castle and try to recover, or press on. Jarl is very keen to reach the castle. The PCs pay their respects to Brune. Then they reluctantly follow Jarl onwards. Jarl takes the party up the mountain until they reach a secret entrance at the base of the castle. Jarl explains that there are 2 mushroom plants on the other side of the secret door that will scream and alert the giants, if given the chance. Triac offers to meditate for a silence 15-foot radius spell if they can rest, but Jarl says they don't have that much time to get the treasure before being discovered. Saudara says she could cast sleep on them. All agree that is a good plan. Jarl produces a key, unlocks the door and crawls through the 4-foot-high entryway. The rough stone tunnel is 4 foot high and 5 foot wide. The party crawls single file, except for Bagol who can walk through normally. They emerge into a 30-foot square room and see the mushroom-like creatures. Saudara casts sleep as the rest of the crew attack. The mushroom creatures don't seem to be moving after Saudara's spell attack, allowing them to be dispatched easily. The party crawls out of the chamber through another small tunnel. It ends in another 30-foot square chamber filled with curling and uncurling plant tentacles. Jarl quickly runs through the room toward another tunnel, shouting for the PCs to follow him. The party rushes through and exits the room unscathed. The party crawls out of the tunnel and enters another 30-foot square chamber. Jarl tells the party to carefully follow the narrow path without touching the brown spheres. Unfortunately, the first 4 characters step on a sphere, causing them to burst and spew dusty brown particles throughout the chamber. The characters hold their breath and make a beeline for the exit. In the next tunnel, the party hears Jarl up ahead, crawling through a wet area. A foul odor assaults their nostrils. The party sees red slime on the tunnel with no way of avoiding it. They crawl through as fast as they can, disgusted by the texture and smell. Jarl reveals another secret door. He opens it and the party gets a glimpse of double doors before Jarl slams it shut, as 2 growling animals charge toward Jarl. Jarl says the treasure is behind the double doors. Triac and Lemunda volunteer to hold the beasts at bay, while the rest attack with their slings. They then signal for Jarl to open the door. Jarl opens the door again and combat begins. With the great cat slain, Jarl races to the double doors, but the party is more interested in tending to their wounded. Bagol heals 1 hit point of Lemunda's wounds, and Triac receives the same treatment. The party hears shouting to their left. They notice a man in a jail cell. When they ask who he is, he replies Lexic. This concludes part 19 of the Black Coast campaign. In the next video, the party will continue their conversation with Lexic, perhaps testing Jarl's impatience.